I'm Canon Dr. Jacky Milton-Oto Olima. I'm now a retired clergy, and I now do my own things at home. The world is now so much infected with the global trends of development. The level of technology has gone high, and the level of deceit also is high. And people now access many information within a very short time, because there are social medias and people whose work is bent on derailing young people. And to make it worse, the recent census in Uganda told us that the bigger population of this country are young people. And young people are lured by this misinformation and many other friends and colleagues who may be derailed. And that's why many of them are getting spoiled, many of them are becoming violent, and many of them are even running away from the church. They are finding the church very irrelevant. And that's why for church leaders now, I do recommend that they must employ many ways of catching young people, many ways of catching them back to the church, because the world now is faster than the church. If you look at how the world is running, it's not faster than the church. The church is now trying to chase the world from behind. So for us to get the youth, we must run faster and catch up with a few programs, like where technology is, where social media is, and where issues like music is one way. And I remember before I even retired, we had developed a big group. We have a big group who deals with social media, social misinformation, and they are there to help. And people should really approach life from where the world is now, not from where the church is. The church must walk to the world and see what is in the world, and then address some of those challenges. For me, I've been a champion of promoting the young talents. I've been a very great promoter. And historically, in our region here, I don't think there's any pastor who had been a promoter like myself. Because, you know, Africans are musically oriented. You can reach them faster by music. And when you know how to use music, and music manufactured spiritually gets to their heart and arrests their hearts and restore them back spiritually into church work. That one I have seen, because I have lived for 45 years in ministry, and we did a lot with music. And I do promote. For me, I do promote. I don't say it is sin, it is backward. I don't say it. And that's why many musicians, they were in my church. And I had been promoting them. That's the best way to approach these young people. And you leave part of the things they like. You become an enemy, and they will not listen to you. And that's why some of the churches in Western world now are too musical. Theirs is even far beyond, because they went to music without the spirit. You must be spirit-driven. And music must be controlled to convey some spiritual values into the lives of our young people.
To be specific, talking about the music you have been promoting, was it gospel music or even secular music?
Yeah, secular music I do not promote. I promoted gospel music. But secular music, even to some extent, to me, they have some teachings. If we could just find those teachings and make it relevant to our youth, it's also a conveyor of a message and a way of training and teaching young people. You know, not everything is bad, but we always do things which are not correct. We must not keep giving the devil everything, because everything in the world belongs to God. The devil is just an intruder. But even in secular music, like there's a guy here, President Rule. Normally he comes up with very good teaching music. It's secular, but there are teachings in it. For me, you just get the teaching, and then you package it spiritually, and you give it to your people, you get the results. Uganda, as Ugandans, we are faced with too many things. To me, I'm also seeing like that problem is a very big problem, which needed also government to come in. Because to me, I do think like we have very big issue of trauma. Many of these young people are now traumatized. They are traumatized by the way they grew up. They are traumatized by what society is presenting. They are even traumatized by living in poverty and lack of money. And our social safety networks are now not working. Even the clan system has failed in Lango. In the past, the clan system was very strong. Those were social safety network systems we use it to contain us. But these days, it is not there. So these people grew up in poverty. They grew up in camps. They grew up with less laws and less restriction, and they are acting wild. And as a church also, we failed because we should have mitigated this kind of situation, but we have also failed. So we must all go back to the drawing board, both the church and government. We must go to the drawing board, so much that we must begin little, and we keep on going slowly till we can get to a bigger space. Because right now it's bad. I do agree with you, it is bad.
For the years you have been preaching the word of God, you might be having an interesting message you would have to share with your audience outside there, the Christians outside there.
Yeah, I think my message just to the Christians and the listenership, I am saying, young people with talents to sing, promote them. Please come up and promote them. Come up and stand with them. And I know in Lao, that's one thing which has been dragging. You invite people, guests of honors to come, they don't come. You write letters, they don't come. So my message this evening, music is one way of translating our society into good living. So when you are invited, please come. If you have little money, put it there. Support these young people. Let them grow. And may God bless you.